What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 stocks in this video. But before we do that, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you find these videos are helpful and you want to support the channel, and not only that, you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, and also 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into Tesla, which is up 4.41% on the day. A massive rally on Tesla. And not only here on Tesla, everything went to the moon today. Biden came out and said that they're getting a deal done, so US is not going on default, and that means one thing, guys, market already pricing that in, and we saw that massive breakout to the upside and a massive rally in overall stock market today. So on Tesla tomorrow, there is not much room to the upside. Yes, possibly can go up to 177, 177.65 to close that gap, but now we got upper Bollinger Band coming down, and it's right around 175 to 176. So this Bollinger Band will have to expand to the upside, and then we're going to see Tesla going up to 177.65 to close that gap on top, and then get that breakout above also negatively sloping red line 50 SMA. And if that happens, Tesla can hold 177 as a support. We're going to see next leg up on Tesla all the way up to the other gap, 183.58 to the downside on Tesla. And this thing holding the support, guys, once again 167 support held today, and this thing went back up. So that is gonna be a key level to watch on Tesla, 167. Below that, watch out for 165, and then the gap down here at 162.95. And now we're going to look at Apple. And what do we got here on Apple, guys? 170 came, just like I said last night. And then what happened? The dip was bought up, including myself. I got some calls on Apple today around 170, and this thing actually went in the money. Unfortunately, because of that choppiness in the market, I got out quickly here on Apple, but this thing ran all the way up to almost 173, and now closing at 172.69, up on the day 0.36%. Now if you look at my screen on Apple, 172.58, that was that resistance to break on Apple, and now it's trading above that. So blue line 5 SMA holding on Apple into closing 172.58, and that is gonna be a support level going into tomorrow. Below that also have support at 171, orange line 13 SMA 170, and also 169 white line 20 SMA before coming down and closing this gap down here at 166.81. To the upside, Apple can hold blue line 5 SMA 172.58. Just like Microsoft, we're going to see a new 52-week high on Apple, and possibly even an all-time high that is possible now on Apple stock. It's again trading above all the moving averages here on this daily chart, and it's looking bullish. And now we're going to look at Amazon. On Amazon, stock is up 1.85%, and this thing also getting extremely overbought, trading above upper Bollinger Band, which is sitting at 115 to 114. Now Amazon here into closing holding 115 as a support, and if that holds tomorrow, overbought can stay overbought. This thing can move higher all the way up to 120 before getting a pullback. But here on Amazon, I would like to see a pullback at least down to 112.51 tomorrow, retesting positively sloping blue line 5 SMA on this daily chart, and below that also have support down here at 109, and then the gap down here at 106.79. And now we're going to look at Google. On Google, stock is up 1.16%, and Google is up again, getting closer and closer to the resistance 123, and that could come early as tomorrow. Now Google stock needs a pullback, just like Amazon, extremely overbought, and this thing needs to come down, at least come down to this gap 113.51, and that could be coming early next week. Now Google stock can hold above 118.67. Definitely, like I said, we're going to see Google going all the way up to 123 before coming down. I mean, this is a monstrous move on Google stock, and this thing definitely needs a pullback, at least in the short term, and then possibly can move higher. Like I said, 150 with the buyback, and possibly can go even higher, guys. So watch out. Google should be on your radar on the next dip, and this thing definitely worth buying. And now we're going to look at Nvidia. So the invincible Nvidia is up again close to $10 and now up again after hour, sitting at 303. Nvidia stock, guys, a lot of people are asking, should I go ahead and short Nvidia right here, get some puts? I'm not doing anything on Nvidia. Definitely, because I'd rather go buy SOXS, the bear ETF shares, than buy puts and lose my money here on Nvidia, because this thing definitely invincible. I mean, look at this, guys. 3 days ago, down here, retesting white line 20 SMA, and now look at this bounce in 3 days from 281, now 303 today. So massive move on Nvidia, and now that this thing got a breakout above 300, definitely more upside, possibly up to 312 to 313, and that is going to be the next target on Nvidia. But I would like to see a pullback definitely on Nvidia, not here at 300 or 289. I would like to see Nvidia down to 281 and possibly even lower, because we got all these gaps down here, and this thing just going on a monstrous run, not filling any gaps, just going up. I mean, look at these dips right here, guys. I mean, small, tiny red candles, and that was it. Everything is covered with green candles on Nvidia. How many dips we got? Small dip right here, 3 days, and then gap up and run. Another one right here, gap up and run. And look at this dip right here, a small, tiny dip, just a couple dollars. Again, new high. So Nvidia definitely, if you don't have a big account, I would say, stay away from Nvidia. Do not try to short. If you want to do something, go ahead and look at SOXS. You'll find a better play on that one. And now we're going to look at AMD. On AMD stock, it's up 2.24% and it's following Nvidia. I mean, this thing had a bad earnings, guys. And then the deal with Microsoft, this thing took off, and now look at it, over 100. Now the next stop is 104 and already got rejected, 104, 105, and looks like it might be coming down to 100, and it did today, held as a support. So that is going to be a strong support, 100, and if that gives up, watch out for 99.07 blue line 5 SMA before coming and getting close to 93 to 92 here on AMD. This thing also getting that breakout, and I said it in my last video, above 100, definitely we're going to see more upside, and this thing got up to 104 today, so that was a massive move. And I was actually telling someone today that, if you like chasing, 100 is a good support. You can get some 105 calls, and if you did that today on AMD, you made a ton of money, because look at this, guys. 100 was holding exactly, and then this thing rallied back up all the way up to 104 and now sitting close to 104. So that is a massive move on AMD, and this thing can go up even higher. Now the next target on AMD above 104, 105 right here will be 110. So AMD stock also running higher, getting that breakout, but it needs a pullback, at least down to, I would say, if you're looking to buy long term, I would wait for a decent pullback, possibly down to, I would say, 75 to 70 bucks right here. These gaps will get closed at some point. It's just not happening at this moment. And now we're going to look at Netflix. So what I said last night on Netflix, that 333 can hold, watch out. If not, we also have support down here, orange line and white line 20 SMA, which is right around 330. And this is exactly what we got. If you bought the dip anywhere from 330 to even 333 on Netflix, you made money. The support held again on Netflix, retested that breakout 333, and now look at this monstrous run all the way up to 341.38, and now sitting above 338.85, holding blue line 5 SMA as a support. So tomorrow, guys, on Netflix, watch out for the support 338.85, and below that 333. To the upside, Netflix can hold 333.85 we're going to see another leg up all the way up to 350 to close that gap on top here on Netflix. And now we're going to look at Microsoft. On Microsoft, another green day, up 0.95%. And I said it before, 310 can break. We're going to see more upside, and we got that breakout yesterday, closing at 311, holding 310 as a support. And look at the magic today, all the way up to a new 52-week high, 314.43, and now sitting at 314 exactly at the closing. And I know it sounds really crazy, but you gotta follow the chart. Microsoft looking extremely bullish, and there is more room to the upside. As long as Microsoft can hold 310 as a support, we're going to see 320, and then watch out for 325. To the downside, 310 breaks, we also have support at 308, and then watch out for 301, or actually 302 to 300 as a support, white line, 20 SMA, before even thinking about getting down here to close this gap at 280. On Meta, it's up 1.53% and another massive rally on Meta. And I've been talking about it, guys, that trend is your friend. And look at this trend on Meta. Yes, we got all these gaps down here. Possibly it will come down someday to close all these gaps, but it's not happening, especially with buybacks. Meta definitely looking strong and even more bullish now, trading above 237. I mean, look at this dip. Nicely came down, holding support right here, and then went back up, also took out the resistance 237, and now these moving averages are moving up also, and these moving averages pushing the price higher also, guys. So you gotta look at the trend, and look at this, even the Bollinger Bands are positively sloping to the upside. So there is a strong bullish trend. It's not going to quickly roll over and die unless there is a really bad catalyst. Then we could see a dump off, possibly 20-30 bucks. But right now, this thing is not stopping for anybody. 237, we got that breakout yesterday, and now look at this follow through today, all the way up to 244 almost, only $4 away from hitting my target 248, and then possibly will go higher to 255. So tomorrow 237 will be a key level, and then 230 down here, white line, 20 SMA. Above 237, Meta on its way to 248 and possibly up to even 255. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching.